Daily Pink Slip. From an unforgettable Mexican restaurant chain to the donut shop the US forgot, we're asking the question, what the hell happened to these 8 iconic restaurants? Number 8. Bennigan's. When searching for genuine Irish pub fare, who didn't look to this Pillsbury-owned chain restaurant? They were known for their world-famous Monte Cristo sandwich, other food, and of course, who can forget that delicious deep-fried Monte Cristo sandwich? Plus, sometimes there were hot girls as seen in this 2005 photograph. Still, Bennigan's couldn't quite hang with the premium dining establishments like Chili's, Applebee's, and TGI Fridays. Among the problems cited were stagnant decor and too many menu items that weren't the Monte Cristo sandwich. They went bankrupt and closed all their restaurants in 2008. But what's this? As of 2011, Bennigan's is back! With a new attitude, new logo, and a certain crowd-pleasing menu item. Who knows where they'll be popping up next? Number 7. Chi-Chi's. Inside this weird building was some pretty delicious Mexican food and the best birthday dessert ever, the fried ice cream. That creamy cinnamon ice cream, the playful yet flaky crust, it was the best, and yet it wasn't enough to save this chain from that big grease bin in the sky. In October 2003, Chi-Chi's filed for bankruptcy. 1 month later, it wasn't just chimichangas featured on the menu, it was hepatitis A, the worst breakout of Hep A in US history. Now that's how you want to go out right there, by breaking a record. In 2004, Chi-Chi's closed their doors forever. I'm not sure if it's a happy ending, but Hormel still sells Chi-Chi's brand chips and salsa, and you can just buy it at the grocery store. As for the restaurant itself, it still operates in 6 countries outside the US. Olay. Number 6. Ground Round, the ultimate family restaurant. Their most famous gimmick was pay what you weigh. You brought your kid in for dinner, literally weigh them on a scale in front of everybody, and pay only a penny a pound for their meal. And let's not forget free balloons for the kids. They also had a completely non-threatening, totally not creepy clown named Bingo. Oh my god. Yeah, no idea how this didn't last. In 2004, the franchisor rounded up all the corporate locations and ground them into non-existence. The change was immediate, and some diners were asked to leave in the middle of their meal so the building could close. Rumor has it they made Bingo the Clown deliver the bad news to soften the blow. It didn't work. Since then, some franchise owners have banded together to buy the company outright and have built back up to 30 locations nationwide. Bingo has since been fired. Number 5. Kenny Rogers Roasters. The story of this restaurant is pretty simple. Kenny Rogers was quoted saying, "I can make music, why not roasted chicken?" Pretty soon, a mega chain of these restaurants was born. Most famously, Kenny Rogers Roasters was prominently featured in an episode of Seinfeld. The restaurant pops up just across the street from Jerry's apartment building, and Kramer gets addicted to the crispy, juicy goodness. Newman even utters the tagline, "It's the wood that makes it good." Kenny Rogers should have known. Once you're on Seinfeld, you've peaked. The last Roasters restaurant in the US closed in 2011, but the brand continues to expand and flourish in Asia. Who knew? Number 4. Sambo's. Have you ever eaten in a Denny's? Well, then you've eaten at a Sambo's. The name itself came from combining the names of the 2 founders, but most thought it was a reference to the book, The Story of Little Black Sambo. So they embraced it and decorated the interior and menus with the characters from the book. This proved to bite them in the ass later on because the name Sambo became racially offensive. Even with more than 1,000 locations and the most scrumptious rootin' tootin' pancakes this side of the Mason-Dixon, they had to close their doors. Most of those doors reopened as, yep, Denny's. Number 3. Burger Chef. This was a hamburger chain that, at its peak, was second only to McDonald's in number of locations. On top of that, they came out with the Fun Meal, a special meal for kids with a toy included. Sound familiar? Yeah, they beat McDonald's to the punch on that one by nearly a decade and even sued them on it, but lost. The signature Burger Chef creations included the Big Chef and the Super Chef. What the hell is up with that spelling? Anyway, the whole brand was eventually sold to Hardee's, with some locations being converted, others completely abandoned. You could say they really chefed the bed on this one. Number 2. Mr. Donut. The founder of this donut joint worked with the founder of Dunkin' Donuts until there was a falling out. I smell a sitcom. Mr. Donut was huge, the biggest competitor Dunkin' Donuts ever had. Their claim to fame was the fact that they had 55 different types. I gotta say, I'm digging the mascot. Just look at him. Eventually, all Mr. Donut locations were converted into Dunkin's, at least in the US. But wait, there's more. A Japanese company bought the franchising rights to Mr. Donut in 1983. That's right, to this day, Mr. Donut is the largest and most popular donut chain in Japan. Number 1, steak and ale. Yep, they served both those things. They advertised a more upscale, dimly lit steakhouse at reasonable prices. Steak and ale didn't fail so much as they got dragged through the mud along with Bennigan's, you know, that other Pillsbury-owned gem. In 2008, they closed the last of the steak and ales, but don't count them out yet. Just as Bennigan's is making an epic comeback, 2015 marks the return of the steak and ale. With a sleek new design, they're saying it'll be better than ever. Rather than just steak to eat and ale to drink, there will be more than just those two things on the menu. Watch out, 21st century, there's a new guy in town, and his name is Steak and Ale 2.0. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We put up brand new videos every week, so hit that subscribe button and you won't miss a single one. And remember, if you watched this video at work and you still have a job, then you just dodged the Daily Pink Slip.